Взрывается что-то.
After Ukrainian strikes, the airfield in Engels is still on fire. There is still a fire, explosions, and secondary detonation of ammunition recorded there. 2 95 MS, 2 22 M3, and 2 160 bombers are stationed there, along with warehouses containing FAB, KAB, and cruise missiles. Aircraft that attack Ukraine take off from there as well.
Взрывается что-то.
Чё там? Ай? Роб, не слышу, что говорит.
Ну что, тут взрывается и отлетает,
The explosion in Engels was so powerful that it wiped out a nearby Dasha settlement. The Russians have no regard for where they store their ammunition, casually placing it near civilian areas. Ukrainian defense forces executed a precise strike last night on the well-known airfield in Engels, potentially destroying a significant stockpile of Russian missiles and fuel. Russian sources report that the explosion was so powerful it scattered debris up to 5 kilometers away. According to them, dozens of low-flying Lyuti drones were used in the attack. The damage is described as massive.
Центральная дорога, блядь.
Our commanders, when we surrendered, started finishing us off right away, using birds, mortars, shelling us to make sure we didn't survive. Another captured Russian soldier describes how he was recruited from a pre-trial detention center, the negligence of his commanders, and how many from his unit are actually left.
Oh, on the combat mission, even when sent, we sat for a month without food, with nothing. They couldn't drop or pass us anything. Our commanders, when we surrendered, started finishing us off with birds right away, well, with drones right away. During the women's winter, they used big shells, mortars to cover us immediately, well, to finish us off so that we wouldn't surrender. They sent to Kalichi where they can, well, there are practically no people left. Now here, when healthy people run out, they send the 300s, they send those in a grandfatherly state who just die a natural death. Nobody cares who doesn't. Sinanikov Ivan Sergeyevich, 4th of November 2004, Saratov region, city of Balashov, Lenin Street, house 41G, apartment 6, 15th Brigade Black Hussars, assault unit. Stormtrooper private hit me very hard, that's it. He came to him, beat his face and head. The police arrived. Here they said that a statement was written in General Brikinjo at the hospital. He wrote a statement against me. I was placed in a pretrial detention center. I signed a contract, and after some time they took us. From the moment the contract was signed until the combat mission, it took about months there and a couple of days. The first was a combat mission. We were going on a combat mission. There were about 300 of us, probably somewhere around there, and from what I know, it was only our unit, and maybe 10 people remained there probably, and even that is uncertain.
A Ukrainian F-16 flying over Sumy, roughly 35 kilometers from the front line in Kursk region. The German government, which is stepping down, will provide Ukraine with additional military aid amounting to 3 billion euros, reports Reuters. From 2026 to 2029, the country's government plans to approve more than 8 billion euros for Kyiv, bringing the total to over 11 billion euros. A U.S. fighter jet shot down a Houthi drone using a 70mm AGR-20 laser-guided missile. The U.S. Central Command released the video of the incident but did not disclose the time and place of the interception, as well as the type of aircraft and its affiliation. It could have been an Air Force or Navy fighter jet. As a reminder, in late January, it was announced that American F-16's flying missions in the Red Sea were equipped with APKWS-2 missiles. According to a U.S. Air Force spokesman, these missiles were first used last year as one of the options to counter Houthi unmanned aerial systems. One of the main advantages of using APKWS-2 is its significantly lower cost compared to the primary air-to-air missile AIM-9X. According to Pentagon budget documents, one AIM-9X Sidewinder Block 2 costs almost $420,000. In contrast, the APKWS-2 Guidance and Control System Army designation AGR-20 costs about $15,000, to which is added the cost of the warhead and engine. However, this price does not include the cost of the unguided air-to-surface missile Hydra-70, which is used as a base. There have already been signs that APKWS-2 is being used as an air-to-air missile. In December, the U.S. Air Force Central Command released a photo of a pair of F-16Cs armed with these missiles. Both aircraft also carried Lightning laser guidance pods and high-speed anti-radar missile guidance systems. In the early 2000s, the U.S. Army wanted a highly accurate and low-cost system to destroy lightly armored targets. The terms of reference were handed over to the American BAE Systems to find a solution to this gap. Mid-2005, the company presented a high-precision version of the Hydra-70 unguided missile with a semi-active homing warhead. APKWS missiles are equipped with an improved engine from the Norwegian company Nammo. This increases the maximum range of the missile to 15 kilometers. In addition, the range can be increased by using an optimized trajectory that is integrated into the missile's control system. In addition, the missile can be equipped with a new HEATAPAM warhead. The new missile can be used from the same platforms as its predecessor, but to use high-precision guidance, aircraft and helicopters must be equipped with a laser targeting system. The missile can be used from airplanes with targeting from Lightning 5 or Sniper XR suspended containers. In December 2019, the 85th Test Wing of the U.S. Air Force tested the APKWS missile against a drone that simulated a cruise missile. According to the U.S. Air Force, the missile demonstrated the same capabilities as the more expensive AIM-120. Already in 2021, the company conducted practical tests of the missile from a ground launcher. The tests demonstrated the missile's ability to destroy ground and small unmanned targets. Russia's Ministry of Defense has claimed that its forces shot down their own kamikaze drones intended to strike Ukrainian energy infrastructure on the orders of President Vladimir Putin. According to the ministry's statement, Russian air defense units destroyed 6 drones using Pantsir anti-aircraft systems, while another was downed by a fighter jet from the Russian aerospace forces. The ministry claimed that the drones were originally targeting energy facilities linked to Ukraine's defense industry in the Mykolaiv region. The Russian statement alleges that this decision followed negotiations between Putin and U.S. President Donald Trump, though there is no confirmation of this. Ukraine's General Staff, Air Force, and other official sources have not confirmed the Russian claims. Military sources have also not verified that Russian forces shot down their own Shahed-type loitering munitions. According to Ukraine's Air Force, defenders shot down 72 Shahed drones and other UAVs across 12 regions, including Kharkiv, Kiev, Odessa, Dnipropetrovsk, and Poltava.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe. Also, if you want to support Warthog Defense, please become our member and get early access to new videos, exclusive members-only videos, and become administrator in comment section. The membership link is in the description.
Rescues every day. We had a guy last week, it's 6 rescues in 6 days. You know, he's doing the job every day.